Hello everyone, my name is Paulina. Until now, I've been sharing my content on Instagram and TikTok. But I decided it's time for the longer formats, and I hope you will enjoy it. I would love to share my big passion with you and maybe inspire you to try something new. So, without further ado, let's jump into my very first series, building a house for my Sylvanian families. And today I will show, look at this little cutie. When I finally figured out how I wanted my little house to look, I drew all the wall layouts in CAD. I'm an architect by profession, so that part was a pure fun for me. Then I laser cut all the pieces out of MDF. It's thin and durable, and the price is much better than real wood. And after that, I started assembling everything. I used wood glue. It takes longer to dry, but it holds really well and becomes transparent once it sets. To make sure everything stayed in place while drying, I secured it with masking tape. I decided the house would have siding, so I started cutting the first rows that would separate the ground floor from the upper floor. Once I marked the boundary, I began painting the ground floor. I wanted a plaster effect, so I applied the gesso with a sponge in thick layers. I'm quite happy with how it turned out. Next time though, I will add a bit of gypsum because I can't even count how many layers I had to apply. Here you can also see the first wall with siding. The bunny family was watching the process with great anticipation. Meanwhile, I was cutting hundreds of tiny sticks until my hands refused to cooperate. But you know, this tool is truly amazing. I can highly recommend that. I applied the siding off camera because there was just too much of it. Then I started painting the window frames. I wanted white accents, so once again my fingers were covered in paint. After painting, I began placing the windows in their spots. Now I regret not fitting the glass panels in first. Oh god, gluing the facade elements onto the siding was a nightmare. Nothing stuck the way I wanted to. As you can see, I painted the siding red. My main inspiration came from Scandinavian architecture, which is known for its vibrant colors and use of natural building materials. So yes, the plans were ambitious, but let's trust the process. Here I'm inserting more windows. There will be a porch roof under them, which is why there is such a big gap on the wall. I got so tired of cutting tiny wooden strips that I decided to 3D print the wooden flooring for the house. I used filament with wood fibers for a more realistic effect. For the ceiling, I wanted elegant coffers, so I printed those too. Here I'm just checking if they fit. And here's another piece of the floor. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. And here I'm printing the last piece of the ground floor's flooring. Have I already mentioned that I forgot to put the glass panels in before installing the windows? Well, I'm finally making up for that mistake and catching up on adding them now. This part was honestly quite tricky. I had to cut each tiny pane with a scalpel and fit it carefully into the frame. The windows have lots of little divisions, so there were a lot of pieces to do. Here is how the house looks at this stage. I've also added some of the bricks on the chimney. I think in the next episode we will paint them and fill in the missing parts of the facade. There is still a lot of work ahead before the bunny family can finally move in. So stay tuned, there is much more to come. I will be sharing the next steps with you in the next episode. Let me know what do you think about 3D printed flooring.
And how you like my very first video.
If you would like to see more of my work, you can find me on Instagram, Miniaturia3D, and on TikTok under the same name. Take care, stay safe and cozy, and bye!